And now I recognize Mrs. Ali for your testimony. You can just tap the microphone, please, there, ma'am.
There we go. Sorry.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman McKenzie, Ranking Member Omar, and distinguished members of the Workforce Protection Subcommittee. Thank you for the opportunity to appear before you today to discuss H.R. 4624, the Muhammad Ali American Boxing Revival Act. My name is Lonnie Ali, and I am honored to speak to you as the wife and partner of the greatest boxer of all time, the self-proclaimed, globally recognized, and original GOAT, Muhammad Ali. I met Muhammad in 1963 when I was 6 years old and living in Louisville, Kentucky. Back then, the young Cassius Clay played a role in my life as a hometown hero and a growing global icon whose influence extended far beyond the ring throughout his career. After his retirement for boxing, we married, and I stood beside him for more than 3 decades as his closest companion, advocate, and eventually his caregiver. Muhammad went on to become an Olympic champion and 3-time heavyweight champion of the world, earning numerous accolades, and including the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2005 from President George W. Bush. Boxing gave Muhammad a platform to speak truth to power, to fight for civil rights, and to inspire millions around the world. He believed that boxing gave him the public platform to serve others, to be the voice for the voiceless. Muhammad often said, "Service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth." Needless to say, he lived his life practicing what he preached. He appreciated and utilized the immense platform boxing gave him to serve others and speak out about issues that moved him. Today, as co-founder of the Muhammad Ali Center in Louisville, I carry forward Muhammad's legacy of promoting respect, hope, and understanding throughout the world. The center serves as both a museum and a cultural institution, celebrating his global legacy, and as an educational institution that inspires young people to find their own greatness. This brings me to why I strongly support H.R. 4624. Congress has long recognized that boxing needs help. 25 years ago, Congress honored Muhammad by enacting the Muhammad Ali Boxing Reform Act to address corruption and other problems in boxing. These issues were not new to Muhammad, to Congress, or to the country. Indeed, in the 1960s, it was well known that the mob controlled much of boxing. In the late 1990s and the early 2000s, Muhammad and I were honored to work with the late and honorable Senator John McCain of Arizona to strengthen reforms throughout the Muhammad Ali Boxing Reform Act. 25 years later, boxing has suffered a steady decline in both popularity and integrity. Young athletes who might have once seen boxing as a pathway to success now face a system plagued by structural limitations, inadequate safety protections, and limited opportunities for fair compensation. One needs only to understand that HBO, Showtime, and ESPN have dropped boxing programming to know that boxing is in trouble. I was asked about this bill and felt a personal obligation to assess whether it would be good for boxing and for boxers. I certainly cannot speak for Muhammad. As you know, he had a way with words. The perspective I bring is whether this bill reinforces Muhammad's life's work, and it does. In addition to injecting some much-needed competition into the current system, this bill has significant health, safety, and integrity provisions that will no doubt be good for the sport. These three elements are particularly meaningful to me. Minimum compensation, mandatory MRI testing, which will require MRI and MRA tests every 3 years, and performance and recovery centers. Muhammad's perspective on boxing transcended its demanding physical aspects. He was well known for his focus on the mental and emotional strength, courage, and self-belief gained through the sport, viewing boxing as a platform for expressing convictions and inspiring others. He believed in the importance of mental fortitude and willpower, professing that the will must be stronger than the skill. If Muhammad were here today, I know he would want to ensure that boxing remains strong and viable for generations to come, providing opportunities for other athletes to pursue their goals and dreams just like he did. This legislation has the potential to create countless opportunities for young athletes while establishing the safety standards and ethical practices that should have been in place long ago. It can help restore boxing's position as a respected American sport while ensuring that fighters who make it great are treated with dignity and the protection they deserve. Given its enhanced protections for boxers, I believe Muhammad would be proud to have his name associated with this legislation. Thank you very much for your time and consideration. I look forward to working with you to pass this important legislation, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have at this time.
Thank you.
Ms. Ali, you co-founded the Muhammad Ali Center with your late husband. Core mission of the center, as I understand, is to continue his legacy for promoting respect and inspiring positive change. How do you believe H.R. 4624 works toward achieving those goals?
Thank you for that question, Congressman. My husband spent his life trying to inspire and uplift people, especially those who did not have a voice of their own. In this situation, a lot of the boxers don't have that voice either. I appreciate this bill in particular because it addresses not only the legacy of Muhammad in his sport of boxing, where it will maintain that presence of boxing in American sports culture, but also what it does for the people who participate and make that sport possible for us to watch. It will uplift them with minimum payment for each round they box, the health and safety standards that have been incorporated into this act, especially the MRI and MRA brain testing, which is especially important to me. Every 3 years, beginning the first year and then every 3 years thereafter, they are required to take that test. As well as as I said, the performance and recovery institutes that they have. My husband never had any kind of opportunity to have that kind of support as an athlete. A lot of other league athletes do. And boxers are entitled to that as well. And I believe that my husband would approve of the provisions in this act that uplift those boxers and provide a pathway, just the way it provided a pathway for him, to a bigger platform to make an honest living, a decent living, and to be protected while doing so.
Thank you.